All right, y'all. This is Detroit Lions against Green Bay Packers, Week 1. If I have any football fans around, y'all come in and lock in. What's going on, Prince? How you doing? That's good, bro. If y'all love football, drop the football emoji. I'm doing good, Prince. I had a long day at work today. Shout out to the three.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. On the Lions sideline, that presence of Dan Campbell, who's taken Detroit to the playoffs in each of the last 2 seasons. His counterpart on the Packers sideline, Matt LaFleur. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. We're ready to start year 2 together in the booth. And we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. Past midfield. Look at him go. And he takes this all the way back for 6. The opening kickoff of the afternoon turns into into a touchdown. Greg, a dream start to this one. The opening kickoff taken back all the way for the first points of the game.
And each one of these teams, Mike, they've spent the entire week discussing how can we get off to a fast start. But you don't get out to much of a faster start than returning the opening kickoff of the game. It's a dream start, as you said. And, man, you just don't draw it up much better than that.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions, remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. It can be a lot of...
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Rashawn Gary. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox to punt. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
Inside the 20. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Lions, and can they get to the Super Bowl? Franchise that has never been to the Super Bowl, but really close the last couple of years. Made to the NFC title game before falling to the 49ers 2 years ago. And then 15-2 last year, the #1 seed, but stunned by Washington in the divisional round. Feels like a pivotal year for Detroit.
It is, and it almost feels crazy that we're about to say this, but for maybe the first time in the history of the franchise, the Lions are starting to see some of the perils that come with being really good, right? Roster attrition. Everyone starts picking at your players, and then this past year, Mike, Dan Campbell, he now needs to replace both his offensive and defensive.
Oh, the ball's out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
From the gun. Over in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Packers have recovered the football. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Ready up. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. Jacobs. No score. Touchdown. Packers. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers mistake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. You talk about everything going wrong. A big deficit. All you want is the ball and a chance to get back in the game, and now, Greg, they hand the ball right back to him on this kickoff fumble.
Mike, you know the saying, when it rains, it pours, and right now it is pouring. on this team. They just can't get out of their own way. They lose a fumble here on the kickoff just to make matters worse. This has just been a complete disaster all around for this unit.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book. See if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good.
Thank you, Prince.
Move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Lions take over.
The Lions offense ready for this next possession. Their 2 drives so far not good. Hunt, lost fumble. Trying to make amends here on drive number 3. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Goff to throw. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's good. For the Lions, first down. A gain of 26 yards. First down.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
That's caught by Gibbs. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. On play action, Love. He's going to go deep. Looking for Reed. A big hole. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box. and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Now Goff will hold on to it. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0.
We're going to take a brief break, y'all.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Goff. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it's going to be 3rd down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return.
1st and 10.
The Packers offense and their receiver, Jaden Reed, getting set for their next drive. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start, and you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers continue to bring the hammer down. It is now 49-0.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 74 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
The kick is good. Makes the score Packers 49, Lions 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And he's got another one. Jaden Reed, touchdown, Green Bay. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers will add one more onto their big lead. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Packers on top. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Lions offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. Greg, the NFC North has become such a fun division over the last few years. Think of the geography and the legacy. It's always been because of the proximity of funding. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in. But this is going to go down as a big loss on the play. Once again, it's Gibbs. He'll it forward for maybe a yard. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points.
Over a flash, and he lost the football. Unfortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
Here's the Lions punt team now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. To return, it's Nixon. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially On his way to a big game throwing the football.
Ready. Set.
Love to throw it on first down. He's going to go deep. Looking for Reed. And he will score again. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. McManus on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers stretch things out even further.
63, Lions 7. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him. Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run. He can still make every catch. He can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now
over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. Unfortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected. I used to have a coach that in these situations say, we're going to call a play, Mike, that in essence just adds yards to the punt. So it's 3rd and a mile. Pick up as many as you can. If you pop one for the first down, great. But if not, you bring out the punt team, and however many yards you picked up on 3rd down, you add it on top of the punt.
Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here.
Ready. Down.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. Now it's McManus for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers add on to their already sizable lead.
Lions 7. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was
on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. He's
He loses the football near his own goal line. But this is taken in by a teammate. Fortunate that that was not worse for the offense. The pressure's on. They knock it out of the quarterback's hands. But only a safety instead of the defense getting a touchdown.
Yeah, as a quarterback, Mike, you always have that clock in your head. But that clock has to speed up even quicker when you find yourself dropping in your own end zone. And fortunately for them, that fumble doesn't lead to a touchdown, but instead results in the 2-point safety.
Now an opening has the 30. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to take this all the way back. 91 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, it is a beautiful thing to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy to see why.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. Now, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They may not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Once you're flipping over, who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are two perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year.
Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Packers have it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And, Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers are able to extend the lead.
Score, Packers 86, Lions 7. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken just shy of the goal line. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Jaden Reed was the intended target. It's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
From the gun, it's Love. That is caught. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara. Players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. So, yet another celebration, and this one has a little bit of history with it. He has set the NFL record for most receiving touchdowns in a single game. Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers are going to extend their lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, it's fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Ready,
Laporta in motion.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Hooker. The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers tack on one more to their lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Lions offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. To the outside. That's St. Brown. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
At the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Hooker to throw. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
The Lions, 1st down.
Back to throw. Hooker. This one caught by Patrick. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 65.
Throwing is Hooker. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Hooker. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Tim Patrick was the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. He'll take a shot for Watson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Come on, ready.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. He'll keep this one on the ground. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yards. Once again, they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Today is the day we've been working towards all summer, the debut of our new halftime show. So without further ado, let's roll. Our trip around the NFL starts now. In the Big Easy, the Saints at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And it's James Conner. The team got into the red zone, he gets into the end zone, a 10-yard touchdown run. Next up, Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida. Let's check in on the Jaguars. They're playing host to the Carolina Panthers. And it's Brian Thomas Jr. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. He'll take it 65 yards to the end zone. The Jags get the victory. Congratulations to Liam Cohen, his first win as an NFL head coach. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's Tua Tagovailoa, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Dolphins come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. With that, a look at what's already transpired and what's still to come in a busy first week of the new season. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp.
Oh, the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it. And that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
There's Matt LaFleur, head man in Green Bay as his Packers head back onto the field. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. Love to throw on 1st and 10. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Jaden Reed, touchdown Packers. And with that, NFL history, that's the record. 7 touchdowns in 1 game. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in 1 game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. McManus on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers will add one more onto their big lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Ready? Hawk!
To throw, Hooker. Oh, a loose football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, they go with Gibbs. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that, not nearly enough. It'll be 4th down.
Considering the down and distance, this is nothing more than just a safe play to see if he can break a tackle or two and just add yardage to the subsequent punt. They're all over it defensively, and they're going to bring him down well short of the line to gain.
This is taken at his own 30. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Jordan loves the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going.
Let's go now. Ready?
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he's into the end zone yet again. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it, and the Packers stretch things out even further.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Allen. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
50, green, ready.
He'll run the toss to Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the Lions' 14-yard line.
Black, 95.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. He is having a performance to remember. There's 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. McManus on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers add on to their already sizable lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
25 yards on the play. That's good for a Lions first down.
Williams in motion. First down throw there is incomplete.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Pushed out to his left. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Allen. The Packers have it. Into space. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And they will score again. This time it's the defense. And Greg, this just adds to what has been a one-sided affair from the start.
Yeah, and on a day where it just seems like nothing has gone their way, this fumble return for a touchdown kind of just adds injury to insult. There's days, Mike, where you just don't have your best and the other team has the upper hand, and I think it's pretty clear today is one of those days.
Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Lions offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Allen to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
24-yard line.
Laporta in motion. To the air on second down. Here's Allen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And it's third down.
Laporta in motion. To the air on third down. Here's Allen. Now pass deep for St. Brown. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Lions will punt this ball away. That's taken at about the 14. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20.
At their own 24-yard
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready, ready.
We'll go play action with Love. This one, up top for Dobbs. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. So yet another touchdown pass, and that one's going to be the record breaker. Most touchdown passes in a single game. So that's the big one in this offensive onslaught. A little bit of history. 8 passing touchdowns in one game. That's an all-time NFL record for a quarterback. McManus on for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers are able to extend the lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense getting set to get back to work. Laporta in motion. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10.
First down pass. Isaiah McDuffie on the tackle. The tackle made back at the 13-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll look to set up the screen. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
On third down, it's Allen. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down, you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now brings up fourth down.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and their receiver, Jaden Reed, getting set for their next drive. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter.
Cut.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. He's inside the 35.
Hey, Patricia.
He's stopped. He's into the end zone again. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara, players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. And that is
I'm good. How are you?
6 rushing touchdowns in the game, equaling the record set by Alvin Kamara on Christmas Day in 2020. You're watching one of the great individual performances in NFL history.
This kick is good.
I'm going to take a brief break, everybody. I'll be right back.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. The veteran, Kenny Clark, in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing.
Look at him go! Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will get just a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and their receiver, Jaden Reed, getting set for their next drive. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout.
Let's go. 6.
On 1st down, it's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. This is just getting silly at this point. That's his 8th touchdown of this game. Now it's McManus for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers are going to extend their lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Lions first down.
First carry for David Montgomery. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but Now they find themselves in second and long, so the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Allen now on second down. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. Now Allen facing third and long. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're about ready now for the punt. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Here we go. Set. Yellow, 22. Hut.
Love to throw it on first down. Rolling to the left. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do
Mariah,
is
how you doing?
get back in the huddle and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Ready.
On second down, Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And that is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And it's going to be fourth down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All 3 incompletions. And now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
Oh, that ain't good. Just do what I do, start blocking them.
The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it, 1st and 10.
Rocco 80.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. The ball comes out. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession.
A nice alert play there, Mike, by his teammate to fall on that fumble, but it really just comes down to effort. Coaches preach it on both sides of the ball. The more guys around the ball, the more good things happen, and fortunately for this offense, he recovers the fumble, and they live to continue this drive.
Throwing on second down. It's Allen. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play. And
It is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, Josh Allen. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And this has been the start of the season you hope for. You held serve at home, have the lead here in the fourth quarter, and now it's all about bleeding down that clock.
Ready?
A handoff running left is Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Running is Jacobs. Inside the 30. And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. A big-time run by Jacobs to gain of 43 yards. And that carry is going to be the one to do it. He surpasses Adrian Peterson's single-game mark of 296 yards. Peterson did it in 2007. You have just watched Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. And with that, NFL history, that's the record. 7 touchdowns in one game. So it's another touchdown run, and this one puts his name in the NFL record book. He has set the new standard, most rushing touchdowns in a single game. And hold on to that football, or maybe just run it to Canton. That's Hall of Fame stuff. 7th rushing touchdown in the game. That's never happened in the history of the league. McManus on for the point after. His kick is good. And the Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball.
And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. This is just getting silly at this point. That's his 8th touchdown of this game. Now it's McManus for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers tack on one more to their lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense about ready to take over once more. First down. Allen. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll get about half.
Okay, thank you, Patricia. But I think I already got your mod on here.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Laporta in motion. Here's Allen to throw. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as They get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
On the set. Ready, ready.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. It is 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second
Down.
and 6.
Hut.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Loss on the play.
This is the job of any linebacker, Mike, having the ability to go downhill fast, hit an open gap, and make a play in the backfield. But I think we can actually consider this going above and beyond because he was able to make that stop so far behind the line of scrimmage.
Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
For the Packer field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. Oh, it falls out. The Packers have it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Oh, there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers are able to extend the lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun. Oh, a loose football. The Packers have it.
And remember, Mike, we had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator just the other day, and he told us very clearly, one of our paths to victory is by creating splash negative plays, and that turnover certainly qualifies, and big plays like that. Now get the ball back to your offense and see what they can do.
The Packers offense and their receiver, Jaden Reed, getting set for their next drive. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set, cut.
From the gun, it's Love. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Ready.
On second down, Jacobs. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Can you believe this performance? That is his 9th touchdown of the game. McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers are going to extend their lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. Now, deep shot for Amon-Ra. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Picked off by Isaiah McDuffie. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Blue, 32. Hut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to go deep, looking for Reed. And that is incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Throwing is Love. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is caught. What a throw. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers tack on one more to their lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here is Allen. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. The Packers offense and the receiver, Jaden Reed, getting set for their next drive. And, Greg, they have had their way right from the start in this season opener. You get that sometimes. You don't know what week one's going to bring, but this has got to be awfully satisfying.
Oh, there's no question. It gives such value to all the work that you did all offseason. I mean, all the way back in OTAs in the spring and then through the dog days of training camp. Everyone wants to start the season strong. You're 0-0. Everyone in the league has Super Bowl aspirations. Every fan base thinks it's their year. And then to come out and to deliver, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's really the ideal way to set up the rest of your season and try to stay on track.
Now it is 1st and goal.
Set, hut. 45. Ready?
Here's Jacobs. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. McManus on for the point after. He's got it, and the Packers are able to extend the lead.
McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Lions offense ready to take over once again. Back to throw here to begin the drive. The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. The Packers offense and their receiver, Jaden Reed, getting set for their next drive. These fans set to head home happy. Very solid performance on the hometown side as they finish off a very decisive victory. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
2nd and 7.
Ready? Set.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs, running left. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
it's McManus for the point after. It's up and through. And the Packers are going to extend their lead.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got a man open. It's Patrick. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So, it's a win for the Packers. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.
All right, y'all. Look like Green Bay is going to advance, taking on the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, get you on speakers.
So there, y'all. All right, y'all. So next game is going to be Green Bay and Washington Commanders. This game will be aired real soon. So with that being said, y'all, I'm glad that y'all came through and like what y'all seen. Peace, love, and respect. And I will see you guys in the next Madden 2026 grind time, Green Bay and Washington Commanders.